Uh-oh, the CW's live-action Powerpuff Girls pilot has hit a little bit of turbulence, as the network has decided to completely rework the production. What does this all mean? I'll break it all down right here. Before we get into this, don't forget to hit that like button down below. It does wonders in getting my content out there, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to keep up to date with all the cartoon news. That's right, it looks like things aren't all sugar, spice, or anything nice on the CW's potential live-action Powerpuff Girls reboot, with the network going back to square one with the highly anticipated pilot episode. Of course, the live-action pilot, which focuses on the Powerpuff Girls as disillusioned 20-somethings who resent having lost their childhood to crime fighting, has been in the works for a couple of months now, with various set photos and pieces of news having dropped fairly recently. However, it seems the network is not entirely, or not at all, happy with the final product, sending it back to the lab to reformulate. Amongst news of a handful of pilots which did get picked up for series orders, Variety has reported the following. The network has decided to rework its pilot for Powerpuff, a live-action follow-up to the animated series The Powerpuff Girls. The show's 4 leads, Chloe Bennett, Dove Cameron, Yana Perot, and Donald Faison, remain attached to the project, as does the remainder of the cast and the creative team behind the show. The network will film a new pilot for the series off-cycle. The show generated significant interest from the time it was first reported as being in development, and was seen as a strong contender for a pickup going into pilot season. So, what exactly does this mean? Well, the main crux of it is simply the CW are going back to square one, reworking and refilming the pilot episode for the show later this year. This could mean a variety of things, but quite likely means the network were just not happy with the final product, or simply felt that it could be improved. The main thing to note here is that the CW hasn't dumped plans altogether, and no cast or creatives have been replaced, which often happens when pilots get reworked. There have been dozens of pilots that have recast lead roles prior to series order in the past. What's happening in this situation quite simply shows that the network has confidence in this idea and still wants to run a series, but knows that there is room to improve, and is allowing it the time that it needs to be the best that it can be. Some things, particularly reboots of beloved franchises, can't be rushed. By moving the show off-cycle, the CW is essentially giving the pilot as much time as it needs, instead of imposing a strict deadline on it, which can often hamper creatives. The new pilot will be produced and hopefully a series commissioned outside of the regular cycle, or pilot season. Again, make sure to note that this project is not dead. If CW absolutely hated what was being offered up here, that would be the most likely case. What's worth noting is that this is not an uncommon situation. Only 2 months back, CBS did the exact thing with a TV reboot of the popular 1994 film True Lies, after production failed to get off the ground in cycle. The reason given for this one was to give producers, including James Cameron, more time to work on it. Similarly, Hollywood Reporter notes that the current worldwide pandemic has made networks restructure their cycles and become more reliant on year-long commissions. In fact, Disney's ABC network just last year created a second cycle period to allow for more development opportunities during the regular off-cycle period. So all in all, while this news does seem alarming, I think it's actually positive. Again, the network isn't so upset with the result that they've trashed the cast, the creatives, the entire production. They're simply reworking it because they know it can be better, and they don't want to dish out an inferior product to, let's be honest, an incredibly vocal fanbase. As more updates on this production continue to drop in, I will of course be here with you every step of the way. If you'd like to keep up to date with all the biggest cartoon news, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more regular installments like this. And if you're keen on diving deep into the history of all your favourite animated characters, don't forget to check out my continuing Cartoon Evolution series linked at the end of the video. And at that, I'm throwing it over to you. I want to know, what are your thoughts on this news that the Powerpuff pilot is being reworked? Does this give you hope that the show is going to be getting a little bit of extra love? Or are you now worried more than ever for this one? Fire away down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everyone, if you haven't yet, smash that big old subscribe button up on your screen to keep up to date with all my content, and hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month for exclusive videos, early access content, and to get your name up on the screen. Thanks again for watching.